Greetings. Hello. Hello to all my family, friends, and Facebook connections and people out there in the larger world. Hope you're all having a blessed day today. It's terrific Thursday and April 16th. And I hope at this point in day and the time you're all having a great day. Hey Val, welcome back. So I'm here to bring you two stories again today. And so let's begin. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine in the stories that I read every day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Val and Olivia. Welcome back. Nice to see y'all. Hi, I'm Carol. So I hope everyone's having a great day. And I have two stories. The first one is called The Quilt Story by Tommy dePaola. And I shared earlier, my grandmother was a quilter. So anytime I read a story about quilting or see images of quilting, it really brings a warm, cushy feeling to my heart. I keep thinking, I haven't done it yet, that I'm going to pull out one of the quilts my grandmother made and repair it while I'm home. So The Quilt Story. A little girl's mother made the quilt to keep her warm when the snow came down long ago. She stitched the quilt by a yellow flame, humming all the time. She stitched the tails of fallen stars, and she stitched the name Abigail. Abigail loved the quilt. She wrapped it round her in the quiet dark and watched the winter skies. Sometimes she saw a falling star. Sometimes Abigail played in the woods near her house. She had tea. Her dolls had tea, and the quilt had tea all over it. Sometimes she pretended the quilt was a gown. She wore it to town on her horse. Clop, 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 and it tore. So her mother stitched it up once more. Sometimes she played hide and seek with her sisters. She laughed and cried, "Don't peek," and hid under the quilt, and everyone found her. Sometimes Abigail was sick. She sneezed and sneezed. Then she slept under the quilt, and she felt better. One day, Abigail's family moved away, across wide rivers and over a rock-hard trail. The quilt went too, not stuffed in trunks with the blankets and clothes. It kept the little girls warm from the wild winds, warm from the rain, warm from the sparkling nights. They built a new house in the woods. Abigail's father built it with his hatchet. Chop, chop, chop. He built her a new bed. Chip, chip, chip. Her new horse, too. He worked until curly shavings covered the floor, and everyone sneezed and said, "Welcome home," and was glad, and Abigail felt safe. Uh, New house, new horse, new bed. Everything smelled of fresh chops and chips. Everything but the quilt. So her mother rocked her as mothers do, then tucked her in, and Abigail felt at home again under the quilt. One day, when the quilt was very old and very loved, Abigail folded it carefully and put it in the attic. Everyone forgot it was there. A gray mouse came and loved the quilt. Her babies were born on top of it. They grew fat and gray in the warm stuffing, and when they got hungry, they ate a fallen star. A raccoon came and loved the quilt. She dug a hole in a corner with her black paws and hid an apple there. A cat came and loved the quilt, a patchwork cat. It rolled on the stars and stuffing spilled out like snow. Then the cat curled up in the snow and purred. Kitty, kitty, called the little girl. She found her cat, and she found the quilt splashed with patterns of sun. The little girl wrapped the quilt round her, and she loved it too. Can you make it like new? She asked her mother. So her mother patched the hole. She put fresh stuffing in. She stitched long tails on the stars to swish across the quilt again. One day, the little girl's family moved away across miles and miles of pavement and snaking gray highways. They found a new house, freshly cleaned, freshly waxed, freshly painted white. They unpacked and unpacked all night, and everyone sneezed on cardboard dust and said, "Welcome home," and was glad. And the little girl felt sad. Everything smelled of white paint and boxes, everything but the quilt. So her mother rocked her as mothers do, then tucked her in, and she felt at home again under the quilt. And that's the end. And this is the Quilt Story by Tony Johnston and Tommie dePaola. So hello to my grandchildren that have joined us, Hannah and Caduce. How are you both? Caduce Andrayos. I'm glad to see y'all, and Olivia and Val and Catherine and Aunt Carol and whoever else may have joined us. I hope you're all having a great day. My granddaughter that's on, Hannah, she has a quilt that was made by her great grandmother, which is so precious to have. So our second book is called Something from Nothing by Phoebe Gilman, and this book won a Ruth Schwartz Award. That's an award from the Canadian Booksellers Association. So when you see these little circles, those indicate award-winning books. So Something from Nothing. This is adapted from a Jewish folktale. When Joseph was a baby, his grandfather made him a wonderful blanket. And the illustrations are really beautiful, so pay close attention. To keep him warm and cozy and to chase away bad dreams. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful blanket grew older too. One day, his mother said to him, "Joseph, look at your blanket. It's frazzled, it's worn, it's unsightly, it's torn. It is time to throw it out." "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the blanket and turned it round and round. he said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful jacket. Joseph put on the wonderful jacket and went outside to play. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful jacket grew older too. One day his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your jacket. It's shrunken and small, doesn't fit you at all. It's time to throw it out. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the jacket and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make. There's just enough material here to make a wonderful vest. Joseph wore the wonderful vest to school the next day. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful vest grew older too. One day his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your vest. It's spotted with glue and there's paint on it too. It's time to throw it out. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the vest and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material to make. Now, what do you think he had enough material to make now, boys and girls? What do you think? Let's see. He had just enough material to make a wonderful tie. Joseph wore the wonderful tie to his grandparents' house every Friday. But as Joseph grew older, the wonderful tie grew older too. One day his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your tie. This big stain of soup makes the end of it droop. It's time to throw it out. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the tie and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make. A wonderful handkerchief. Joseph used the wonderful handkerchief to keep his pebble collection safe. But as Joseph grew older, his wonderful handkerchief grew older too. One day his mother said to him, Joseph, look at your handkerchief. It's been used till it's tattered, it's splotched and splattered. It's time to throw it out. Grandpa can fix it, Joseph said. Joseph's grandfather took the handkerchief and turned it round and round. He said as his scissors went snip, 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 and his needle flew in and out and in and out. There's just enough material here to make. I wonder what he could make now. A wonderful button. Joseph wore the wonderful button on his suspenders to hold his pants up. One day his mother said to him, "Joseph, where is your button?" Joseph looked. It was gone. He searched everywhere, but he could not find it. Joseph ran down to his grandfather's house. "My button! My wonderful button is lost!" His mother ran after him. "Joseph, listen to me." "The button is gone, finished, kaput. Even your grandfather can't make something from nothing." Joseph's grandfather shook his head sadly. "I'm afraid that your mother is right," he said. The next day, Joseph went to school. He said as his pen went scritch, scratch over the paper. "There's just enough material here to make..." A wonderful story. And that's the end. And that's the story of Something from Nothing by Phoebe Gilman. And the key is, while you're home, make something out of nothing. Nothing. Whatever you have in your house, be creative and do something exciting and fun. Hello, Hannah. Yes, I love that book too. I'm glad you read it. So it's nice to see my granddaughter and my grandson, my granddaughter Hannah and my granddaughter Caduce, we call Juicy, and my Aunt Carol and Catherine and Olivia and Val and whoever else may be watching. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stories today. It's Thursday. We're almost to another week. We've been quarantined for quite a while, and I hope everybody's staying safe. And for the children, don't be scared. Have faith. This day will come to an end, and we'll all be back going to school and doing the things that you used to do before. In the meantime, while you're home with your family, enjoy it and have fun. Be well, be safe, wash your hands, and don't touch your face. Love you. Bye-bye.